All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. What's up, good people? My name is Anthony Deloach, and I want to welcome you to my live show tonight. Guys, I didn't get to do one yesterday, but I'm here tonight and I'm excited about being here. And I got some information that I wanted to share with you guys, right? I got some information that's coming straight from my heart. And I don't know if you ever been on my channel before, if you ever been on one of my lives before, but one thing I like to do is to come straight from the heart and give you guys exactly what I believe God wants me to share with you all tonight, right? So I'm excited about this. This is going to help entrepreneurs. This is going to help content creators. This is going to help people in life in general, right? I want to tell you that I believe what I'm going to share with you tonight is really going to help you. And the reason why I believe that so strongly, the reason why I believe it is because it's helped me time after time after time again, right? And I want to tell you guys that this can be life-changing for you. This can be the very thing, what I'm going to share with you tonight. The principles I'm going to share with you tonight could be the very things that actually help you go from where you are to where you want to be. That could be the thing that help you actually reach your goal or reach your destination a little bit faster, a little bit quicker, that may help you stay in the game longer, right? And I'm excited about that tonight, man. Once again, my name is Anthony Deloach. For you guys that are on, I'm asking you, if you're on and you're watching with me live, then I really appreciate that. And I want you to share this with somebody. Share this out on your timeline. Share this with somebody that you love and care about. Share this with somebody. Look, here's what I want you to do tonight. Share this with somebody who may be having a tough time right now. I want you to share this with somebody who may be going through some things right now. I want you to share this with somebody who may be facing some challenges right now. Maybe they're not in their right mindset right now, and they're not feeling their best right now about their business or their life or whatever, right? I want you to share this with them right now, because tonight we're going to share some principles that I believe is going to help you to get to your goals, get to that destination that you want to go to. So please do that, man. Please do that right now. Now, I want to tell you guys, this channel, depending on where you're watching me, we're all about helping entrepreneurs, right? And one of my big goals is to help you build a brand that brings passive income by leveraging the power of YouTube. That's what I want you to do, man. You don't have to have a big channel to have a big impact. And you don't have to have a big channel to make big income. And I want to show you how you can actually do that with the power of YouTube, right? But tonight, what I'm focusing on, right, it's going to help you even on that YouTube journey. It's going to help you on your brand building journey. It's going to help you on your entrepreneur journey right now. It's going to help you tonight, right? Look, guys, I want you to get this. It's going to help you. I've shared this information with people, and it's helped them get to their next level. It's helped them build the brands that they want to build. It helped them create the type of income that they want to create, right? How many of you all, before the end of the year, you want to make more money? I want to ask you right now, if you're on it with me live or on the replay, I want you, if you're ready to make more money before the end of the year, I want y'all to drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 1 in the chat. That's one thing. If you want to make more money before the end of the year, drop a 1 in the chat, right? Let me know. Represent for me, right? Now, if you want to just end the year better than where you are right now, I need you to drop a 2 in the chat. Just, you want things to be better than they are right now by the end of the year, then drop a 2 in the chat, right? Here's what I want you guys to get this, right? There you go. I appreciate you being on, Miss Simmons. I appreciate you dropping the 1 in the chat. I really appreciate that. Here's what I want you guys to do, right? You got the 1 and the 2. I love it. Here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to focus right now, because look, there's a lot of distractions out there. Just in general in the world, there's a lot of distractions out there. There's a lot of things going on. This in the United States, this is an election year, right? There's in my area, there's a storm that's brewing. It's already been through the Gulf. It went through Florida. It's going Georgia. It's coming through North Carolina. It's all of this stuff, right? There's other stuff that's going on. There's uncertainty in the world. We just had almost $2 trillion. I can't remember. Like, it was crazy amounts of money that was wiped out of the stock market here recently, right? There's a lot of things going on, so much uncertainty, so many things going on. But here's what I want you guys to do. Even though there are distractions, I don't want you to be distracted. Even though there are a lot of distractions being thrown at us, weird stuff happening, I don't want you to be distracted. See, you're going to face distractions in life and they're going to come, but I don't want you to be distracted. Why? Because you got stuff to accomplish. There's things that you were put here for. There's a purpose you were put here for, and you got to get focused, right? Here's what I always say: goals over distractions, right? Here's what I want you to do: focus on your goals more than you focus on your distractions. Focus on your goals more than you focus on your strategy. We just getting started. That ain't even one of the principles I'm talking about, but I wanted to give you guys that first. G-O-D. Somebody's going to get it. G-O-D. Goals over distractions. All right? That's what I want you to focus on, right? Now, here's what I want to tell you guys. Don't get the misconception, right? Don't believe the misconception that people that you see at the top, people that you're seeing succeeding, and the people, right, that you see that are out there, they're on Front Street, they're doing things. I don't want you to think they have perfect lives. I don't want you to think that they never face anything. I don't want you to think that they never have adversity or they never have challenges. Guys, every single person, especially those who are setting big goals and dreams and going after those goals and dreams, they face adversity and challenges on a daily basis. They have stuff going on in their lives sometimes that you will never, ever know, right? That you will never, ever know. So I don't want you to think you're alone. That's one thing. I don't want you to think you're alone in this. You may be looking and saying such and such never has any problem, or such and such, she's looking like she's got it going on, and all of this other stuff. People are going to be facing different challenges. And guess what? At different levels, those challenges intensify a lot of times, right? At different levels, the challenge that you would have faced, but the challenges you used to face before, they pale in comparison to the challenges that you face at higher levels, right? And so I want you guys to get this, because this is going to really, really help you, right? I want you guys to really, really get this, right? Now, here's let's start out with some of the things. When you get a challenge, when something happens in life, when life punches you in the face, when something comes and it knocks you off your rocker, it knocks you off your focus, right? This is what I want you to get. As soon as it happens, right? And when something comes, and sometimes it seems like it's thing after thing after thing after thing that's coming, right? Here's what I want you to do. The first thing I want you to do is reframe the situation. I want you to reframe what's happening. I want you to reframe your mindset around it. I don't want you to look at that setback as a failure, that issue as a failure. I don't want you to look at it that way. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to look at it as an opportunity. Instead of looking at it as a failure, I want you to look at it as an opportunity. Don't look at it as a roadblock, right? Here's what I want you. I don't want you to look at it as a stumbling block. Look at it as a stepping stone. See, a stumbling block makes you fall. A stepping stone makes you go higher. But you have the choice on which way you're going to look at it. Somebody's going to see something, and it may have looked at first like a stumbling block, but it's really going to be a stepping stone that's going to help you go higher, because you're going to change the way you look at it, and now you're going to go higher. Because of the problem, because of the challenge, you're going to go higher. This is an opportunity for growth. This is an opportunity to learn. This is what it is, guys. It's an opportunity for you to learn. I want you to get that. When you see that problem, that challenge, that situation, the thing that you're facing, look, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this? What is this situation trying to teach me? What is it trying to teach me? How can I grow from this? See, if you learn the lesson, you can grow from it. Most people, they do more stressing than learning the lesson. And if you're only doing stressing, that means I know what you're focused on. You're focused on the problem and you're not focused on the potential. Here's what I know: you're focused more on the problem. And I know how it is, because I go through problems too. I go through situations too. But I got to decide what I'm going to focus on. I got to decide where I'm going to put my focus. So first thing I want you to do is reframe the situation. Don't look at it as a setback. I want you to look at it as an opportunity for growth and look at it for opportunity to learn. Now, here's the next thing. When sometimes when things are happening, right? When something happens, here's what it can feel overwhelming. Anybody ever been overwhelmed before? Seemed like one thing after another, so many things happening, it's just hitting you. Life came with the 1-2 punch. It's coming with combos. It didn't just come with a jab. When life comes with combos, you got to know what to do. You got to know how to maneuver, right? And so when it happens that way and you feel overwhelmed, right, then here's what I want you to do. I want you to focus on what's next. I want you to break it down. I don't want you to see when you start to feel overwhelmed, you can't handle everything at once. I want you to focus on what you need to handle next. And if you focus on what you need to handle next, right? That's how you know what you need to do in your now by knowing what you need to handle next. Not everything, just what you need to handle next. That's all you got to do. In your now, handle what you need to handle next. And so what I'm talking about, if you go in and everything is happening, right? Everything is happening. But what do I need to do now? What's the next thing I need to handle? And then once you get that handle or you make some progress on that, then you go to the next thing. I want you to focus on what? Break it down into steps. Break it down into the way that you can handle it. Break it down into small tasks. Take one thing at a time. Look, here's the thing. If life is giving you a 1-2 punch, if life is giving you a combination of blows, here's what you do. Stop the most dangerous one. You may not be able to block the combo, but at least block you can't hit me with that jab. I'm going to take care of the jab first. I'm going to take care of the right hook first. I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to block you from getting that. And then you're going to start making progress. Here's the thing. Make progress, not perfection. It's about progress, not perfection. Look, a lot of people trying to get things perfect. And when I told you the other day, when you try to get things perfect, a lot of times it masks itself as it masks itself because it's really procrastination. Perfection is just a mask that procrastination wears. Somebody's going to get this, right? Perfection. You trying to do it just right. You trying to be perfect in every way. Look, I think done is better than perfect. Sometimes you just got to get the job done. Anybody feeling me right now? So you feel it. You just got to get the job done. Drop a 3 in the chat. You feeling what I'm talking about? Sometimes you got to just get the job done. It ain't gonna be perfect. Sometimes it won't even be pretty. But I heard somebody say before, one of my mentors said, you got to do it ugly, but you got to do it. It might not be pretty, but do it ugly if you got to do it. Some people don't get stuff done because they're not willing to do it ugly. I'm willing to do it ugly. Look, there's some people who don't do it because they don't want somebody to see them do it ugly. It's not really you. It's you worried about what somebody else think or what somebody else perception is. What somebody else is looking, what somebody else is going to say. What are they going to say when they see this? What are they going to say when they see that? Look, I don't really care what they're going to say. I got goals I got to focus on. I got things I got to achieve. And if I got to do it ugly, I'm going to do it ugly. Might not be pretty. A lot of stuff wasn't pretty. Y'all seen Amazon's first, y'all seen Jeff Bezos' early Amazon picture? Did y'all see that? Have y'all seen it when he was starting Amazon? It didn't look good. It wasn't pretty. Let me see if I can find it. I think it was like a home garage. Let me look. I'm gonna look it up for you guys. I'm gonna put it in here. It was like let me see if I can put this in here. I want y'all to see this. I want you guys to see where oh, here it is. I'm gonna pull this up for you guys, right? Because I want you guys to see that this is what Jeff Bezos. This is 1994. I'm gonna show y'all Amazon in 1994. This is where y'all order y'all packages from now, right? Y'all probably had a package come today. I don't know. Some of y'all probably had some packages come today. but I want to show y'all this. This is what it looked like. This is 1994 Amazon. He did it ugly. It's written. You see how Amazon is written? It's not the pretty smiley face on the package and Amazon and all that type of stuff from A to Z and had a logo and all that stuff. No, this is what it looked like before. Early Amazon. Look at this story. Jeff Bezos founded Amazon out of the garage of his rented home in Bellevue, Washington. How many of you all right now, if you had a dream, you'd be willing to start it out of the garage of a rented home with a paper sign on the wall just because you got a dream to do something bigger? Do it ugly. Ooh, somebody ought to be. If you're getting a little bit out of here, man, y'all getting something tonight? Y'all let me know in the chat or the comments if you're getting something tonight. I felt led to do this. I know somebody needs to hear this, and this is going to cause somebody to go to their next level. This is going to cause somebody who was not going to start that business, was not going to start that YouTube channel, was not going to go to college, was not going to do the thing that they know they need to do, but now you're going to do it because you're going to be willing to do it ugly. You're going to be willing to work two jobs to get your business started. See, look, I always tell people I'm not against jobs. I just think a job is not the only thing you should have, right? I think especially in this day and time, it takes multiple streams of income, right? And you got to figure out how to get multiple, however you got to get it. But look, what if you work two jobs and it's your job is your silent investor into your business, which is going to help you take your business to the next level. See, somebody is scared because what somebody going to say about you working two jobs and having a business. You're going to be scared about somebody saying you working a job and you said you was an entrepreneur. Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur, but I'm going to do whatever it takes to get this thing off the ground. I'm going to do whatever it takes to go to that level that I know I need to be. Those are the people who really make it happen, right? And I want y'all to get this. That's how it's going to be. And so I want you to do it ugly, right? I know I hammered that one, but I needed y'all to get this, right? Here's another thing most people won't do and most people won't tell you. Can I tell y'all this? Here's another thing most people won't tell you. Somebody's going to feel this though. When things are not going well and they're not going the way you want to, here's a big thing you can do. Get organized. Y'all didn't expect me to say that, right? Get organized. Get organized. When things are out of whack, it's because there's probably a lot of things out of place. When sometimes, it's not always, sometimes when things go out of whack, it's some things that get a lot of things out of place. Here's what I want to tell you. It's not always somebody saying my house is organized, my desk is organized, my stuff. Yeah, I get that. But here's what I want to tell you. Sometimes it's life. Maybe when I say get organized, it's really prioritize too. When I talk about organized, yes, I'm talking about organize your stuff. If your house out of whack, you need to do that. If your desk is out of whack, you might need to straighten that up, right? Here's what always helped me. Getting in there, getting things organized, but also it means prioritize. Sometimes you got to organize the things in your life. What is a priority for you? And if you're going to look, here's what focus is. Let me tell you about focus. Focus is putting what's most important and making it most important. And sometimes that means cutting off some things that are of lesser importance. Things that really don't matter. Maybe you got to cut that out. Maybe it's that thing that's a weakness for you. Maybe you got to cut that out. Maybe it's some whatever, right? Like whatever you got going on that you need to cut out, and you know it. You can feel it. You don't really need that. You need to cut out some stuff that's distracting you from your goal. Sometimes the thing you need to cut off might be some people. Hold on. I know that somebody didn't want me to say that. There may be someone, maybe it's not something, but maybe it's someone that's distracting you from achieving your goal. Maybe sometimes, look, let me tell you this. When disruption starts to come into my life, right? When things not happen, I got to look at who's around me. And did somebody new come in that brought this disruption with them? Is somebody new somebody come into my life? Look at the people. Do your inventory of people, right? Of people who came into your life. So you can say, hey, look, this is a people that came into my life that really started distracting some things, right? Now, I'm not saying that that's always what it is, but you got to do that inventory. Do the work. Do the work, right? Here's another thing. I say it's not always that because anytime that you set your intention, what follows intention is distraction and disruption. As soon as how many of y'all experience that? As soon as you set your mind to do something, here comes something happening. Every time you set a goal or you set your intention, hey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm getting focused. This is what I'm doing. And here comes something happen. Here come this thing. I got sick. Here comes a storm. Here comes this thing. My car broke down. The refrigerator went out. The water heater busted. I don't know what it is, but how many of y'all experienced that? Drop a 5 in the chat for me. Drop a 5 in the chat if you ever experienced that. As soon as you set your intentions on something you was going to do, there came some disruption or distraction. How many of y'all going to be real with me? And that's what happened, right? I know it. I know it because it's happened to me. What you got to do, right? Here's what I want you guys to do. As soon as you set your intention, there comes distraction. What you got to do is overcome that distraction. You got to go further because here's the thing. Life, it will try to determine is what you say you desire and what you set your attention on. Is it really a desire or is it just a wish? It's just something that would be nice. See, if it was just something that would be nice, you give up real quick. If it's something that you were just wishing for, you give up real quick. But when it becomes a burning desire for you, guess what? It ain't no sea, ocean, or mountain that will stop you from getting there. If I got to climb the mountain, I'm going to get there. If I got to swim the sea, I'm going to get there. If I got to go through the wilderness, I'm going to get there because I got to get there. I know where I'm going and I got to do what it takes to get there. You focused on your destination. Here's one thing that I always ask people, right? I said, look, if you were leaving, if you had to go to a meeting, it was in driving distance, and you drove to the meeting, and when you leave the meeting, and on the way home, you had already set your destination and your intention on the way home, but on the way home, you got a flat tire. Let me ask you this. Do you let that flat tire stop you from change your decision to go home? Here's what I'm asking you guys. Do you let that flat tire? So, well, since I got a flat tire, I guess I'm not going home. That's how we got to treat our goals, right? That's how we got to treat our goals. That's how we got to, just because something happened doesn't mean I changed my goal of getting home. I'm still getting home, even if I had a flat tire, even if the car broke down. No matter what happened, it didn't change my goal. Here's how I say it. For life and for your business, don't let your current condition change your destination. And when you don't let your current condition change your destination, I also don't want you to let your current condition change your confession. What do I mean by that? What you're saying. Because a lot of times stuff starts happening and we start speaking out of just our human nature. We start speaking against our goals. And we start speaking what we don't want instead of what we want. And we start saying things never work out for me. I should have known this was happening. This always happens. When it rains, it pours. Right? We start saying all of that type of stuff. We say all of that type of stuff. And when we do that and we focus on that, we bring more distractions. We bring more disruptions into our lives. But we gotta change that thing. Say, hey, look, I know this happened, but I'm still going home. I know this happened, but I'm still going to $1 million. I know this happened, but I'm still building a successful YouTube channel. I know this happened, but I'm still building an incredible business. I know this happened, but I'm getting over this. I know this happened, but I'm going through this. I know this happened, but I'm going around this. This will not stop me. I'm getting to where I want to go. Now, here's another thing. Let me tell you, this one might not be one that you guys thought I was going to give, but this is what I wrote down here. Here's one thing that I do. Sometimes you gotta think about your thoughts. In today's world, they call it mindfulness, right? What you want to some people call it meditation. You could call it meditation. But what you want to do is you want to take some time, take a few moments and sit back and think about your thoughts. Most people never sit down and think about their thoughts. Do you know that? Most people, and you probably could be honest with yourself right now. You don't have to tell us. But how often do you just get alone and get quiet so you can have some time to yourself so you can think about your thoughts? Let your thoughts resonate with you. Think about why you're thinking the way you're thinking. How are you really feeling? Right? Reduce some stress. Give yourself some time for peace. Right? Peace is important. Give yourself some time for peace. All right. Here's another one. This is a good one, right? Once you do that, this is what I want you to do. I want you to get good counsel. What do I mean? Have some people around you that can be your support system. But you got to be selective about these people. This just can't be anybody. You got to get some good people around you. And when I say good, it don't mean comfortable. Because there's a lot of people who you can see. Here's what you don't want to do. Because a lot of people do this. They get with people who allow them to have a pity party. And y'all get together and everybody licks their wound. Hey, life is so bad. I know my life is bad too. Hey, my car broke down. Man, mine did too. My refrigerator just went out. Man, you know what? I remember mine did, but my refrigerator didn't go out, but it was my TV. It just broke. My children are so, like you can't get around that. You can't be it. Your circle got to be different. You got to find good counsel. You got to find some positive people. You got to find some people who are when you're down, they're able to lift you up. And see, you got to reciprocate that. When they come to you, you can't be the one that pull them down further. You got to lift them up. And you guys, here's what I always learn: iron sharpens iron. Get around some people who are going somewhere. The bad thing about people who are going nowhere, they always want to take you with them. The bad thing about people who are going nowhere is that they want to take you with them. So what you got to do is that I'm not going to be stuck around these people who are going nowhere. I'm going to get around some people who are going somewhere. You want to get around some people who have that zeal, who have that drive. Get around some people who stretch you. Get around some people who, when you get around, you got to grow to be around them. They may not make you feel comfortable, right? It may not be comfortable around you. You got to grow to be around them. That's who you want to be. When you get around them, they're talking about their wins, not just their losses. Hey man, this was a great day. I got a new client today. Hey man, look, you know what? Things are going very well. This is what I'm doing today. Hey, this is what's happening today. If you're around somebody and they're Debbie Downers, negative Nancy's, all of that type of stuff, and that's all the time. Look, I'm not telling you to cut them off totally, but you definitely got to limit your conversations with them. You got to limit the time that you spend with them. Are y'all feeling me on that, man? If you get somebody, if you at least got one thing out of this, drop a 1 in the chat or the comments. I want to make sure y'all still awake and still with me. I know in some places it's pretty late. It's like 9:50 here. But if you're still rocking with me, man, if you're still rocking with me, drop a 1. If you're watching on the replay and you still rocking, y'all drop a 1 in the chat, in the comments too, so I can respond. I'm going to try to respond to everybody. Right? Here's another thing, right? I want y'all to get this. It's very important. You want to have a self-care routine. You want to have sufficient self-care. See, a lot of us, and I know a lot of us that are entrepreneurs, a lot of us that are content creators, a lot of us that are leaders, and all of this type of, you know what? We're usually focusing on everybody else, and that's good. It's a great thing. That's what we're put here for. We're here to serve, right? But we a lot of times we neglect ourselves so much. You got to have a self-care. You got to have a self-care routine. What does that mean? Self-care, like you got to take care of your body and your mind. You got to have self-care. Part of mine is like my health is running. I run a lot, right? Last month I ran almost 125 miles, right? I get out there and I run. I usually run about an hour, a little over an hour a day, right? It's a self-care method for me. It's how I take care of myself. Some people do the gym. Some people do yoga. Some people do different things. I don't know what your thing may be, but self-care physically, then self-care mentally. Some people go to therapists. Some people have spiritual practices. That's why some people go to church, and some people have their prayer time, right? And like I was talking about earlier, your meditation time. If you need that, right? Here's what I want to tell you guys. You got to have that self-care. That is an investment in yourself. And it's an investment that pays incredible returns. You gotta have the self-care routine. These are all things. These are principles. I want you guys to get that. These are all principles that's going to help you get to that next level, right? And here's the last one. I want y'all to get this one. This is the seventh one. Go back to your goals. Sometimes life can get so busy, we forgot what the actual goal was. And it allows you to refocus on the bigger picture. Sometimes, see, when I don't know if you guys ever used a camera before, right? But a lot of times, what you got to do is you come like when the camera is focusing, it pans back and then it goes all the way in, and it may get the one particular subject, and it gets focused on that one particular thing. And once it got it locked in to the shot, what a camera can do is then pan back and bring other things into the picture. Right? But they got to lock in on this subject first. Here's what I want you to do. When it comes to your goals, I want you to lock in on what's the main thing, on what's your goal. What is it? Lock in on it. And then you can pan back and bring things in. But if you never lock in on your goal, guess what happens? You got a wide angle lens and you got everything in there, and now everything looks blurry. You got everything in the shot, but everything is grainy. Everything looks blurry. So you got everything in your life, but everything looks blurry, and you're not moving forward. You're not making progress. But once you lock in on the goal, here, most people here, it's not that they don't hit their goal. Most people don't have a goal to hit. Oh, I want y'all to get this. A lot of people are afraid to hit goals or set objectives, but you gotta do it. It's so important. What if you put in if you had a GPS and you wanted to go to New York, you didn't know how to get to New York from wherever you are. If you were in New York, please forgive me. But let's just say it's New York, right? And you got in the car and you didn't put any destination in the GPS. It's going to take you anywhere. It's not going to take you anywhere. It's not going to take you anywhere, right? But you gotta put in, and the more specific the destination, the more likelihood that you're going to get where you want to go. You could put in New York, you will end up anywhere in New York. You could put Brooklyn, New York, you're going to end up in Brooklyn. But does that mean that you're going to get to the specific destination that you want to go? No. When you could put in the street name in New York, but that means that's in Brooklyn, New York. But does that mean that you're going to get there? Absolutely not. But if you put in the exact address, that's how you get where you want to go. Now, I don't know if y'all do this when you travel. I don't know, y'all that travel to different places. When you travel, how many of you all go find your hotel? If you stand in a hotel, I get there. Once I get from the airport, I may have to drive to my hotel or whatever. When I go find my destination first, my hotel, and then I go explore all the other stuff. Right? That's how you got to treat your goals. Go find your destination, your specific destination, where you are, create your home base, and then go explore everywhere else. Not enough people do that. Go back to your goals. Get clear on your goals. Clarity. Here's one thing that I learned from one of my mentors. Clarity increases speed. I'm telling you guys, if you're in a situation right now and you're ready to get out of that situation, you want to get out of it fast, here's what is it. Increase your clarity. If you want to speed up how you get out of the situation that you're facing, get clear. Clarity is going to increase your speed. How have you all ever have you noticed that if your vision is blurry, you slow down? If you can't see that well, you slow down. If you're driving along somewhere and you can't see that well, if your window is foggy, you slow down. Why? Because you can't see that well. Your vision is blurry. You don't have the clarity you want. But when that windshield, there's no fog and it's clear, you can put the pedal to the metal and get all the way there. And you can get busy, right? So clarity increases speed. Now, I want to talk to some of you all because there's some people on here, and maybe you're watching, or maybe you watch on the replay. There's some people on here that has a destination that they want to go, and there's been some things that you've been facing as of late, and things that were unexpected. There's been some challenges and all this other stuff. What I want you to do is embrace those challenges, right? Because you're going to be able to go to you're going higher than you ever before. This is for somebody that's on here. Your next level is so high you've never experienced before. And the trouble that you're facing right now was so that you could build a strong foundation for that next level. You got to build a strong foundation. The problems that you're facing right now was to shake out some stuff that was going to keep you from getting to your next level, or that was going to make you fall if you go to the next level with it. Right? So it's going to shake out some things that you need to shake out. It's going to get some things out of your way. It's going to clarify some things. It's going to put some things in place that's going to allow you to sustain a higher existence, to achieve higher goals, to impact more people, to make more money, to have a bigger business. It's going to do it. It's going to solidify your foundation. If y'all feeling me, and if you feel like you needed to hear this message tonight, drop a 2 in the chat for me. Drop a 2 in the chat. I want to know how many people feel like you needed to hear this tonight. Because there's somebody on here going to the next level. There's somebody on here that when you leave, when you get out of this, what you're facing right now, when you overcome what you're facing right now, when you get through this, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. It's going to be, it may be tough right now. It may be strange right now. Maybe you never experienced anything like this before. It's okay. You're about to go to an entirely different level. But let me recap what you want. Here's what you got to do. What you're facing, you got to reframe it. Change the way you look at it. Sometimes it's just perspective. Change the way you look at it. Right? Here, can I give y'all something else? This just came to my mind. When you got to change your perspective, sometimes you're looking like, here's what, when you look at something, you can have a low level view. When you're looking from a low level and you're looking at something, a lot of times it looks a lot bigger than what it is when you have a low level view. Then you can have a eye level view, right? When you have an eye level view. And when you have an eye level view, let me tell you this, what happens is that with the eye level view, you think it's the same size as you, but it's not. Whatever you're facing, whatever you're looking at, you think it's the same size as you when you have the eye level view. But then there's a high level view. And when you look at it from your higher self, right? When you look at it with your higher mind, when you look at the situation, you're looking down on it. And guess what? When you're looking down on things, you ever looked at things from an airplane? You ever looked at things from a high elevation? Guess what? Those things look smaller. When you have that perspective, when you change your perception and your perspective, what happens is now the thing that you're looking at looks smaller, and then it's nothing. I hope somebody gets that. Hector said, I love making lemonades. Absolutely. You take that situation that you're in right now, those lemons, and you make lemonade. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And then, like I say, in our space and in entrepreneurship and all that type of stuff, we not only make lemonades, we turn that lemonade into a lemonade business. You turn it into Minute Maid, Tropicana. You take those lemons and make lemonade, then you package it up and you sell it and make it a lemonade business. Make your problems pay you. That's a whole different level. That's a whole different Zoom. That's a whole different one, right? Like I'm telling you guys, this is big time. So, but I want to tell you, that's the first one. Reframe the situation. Right? Then I was like, don't focus on just don't focus on trying to do everything. Do what you need to do next. Break it down and figure out what you need to do next. Right? Break it down. Just look, I can't do everything right now, but what I can do is focus on what I need to do next. I can do what I need to do next, right? Here's the other thing. Get organized. Remember I told you, you got to get organized. Most people don't get organized. And like I said, if you need to organize your house, do that. But not only that, I want you to organize things in your business, organize things and not only just organize, prioritize your task. Prioritize. That's right. G-Balls, make your problems pay. Absolutely. Here's the next thing. You got to get your mindfulness, right? So this is what I want you guys to do. You got to get alone and sit in your thoughts. Not bad thoughts, but you got to get alone and think about what you're thinking about. Most people never do that. Most people never get to the point where they never give themselves enough time to think about what they think about. Why do I think like this? Have you ever sat down and thought, like, if something makes you upset, why did that make me mad? Why did I think of what is that? And really sit down and give it some time. Don't be quick. This takes some work, and it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. A lot of the things that are easy to do are difficult to get done. Why? Because we distract ourselves from it and we don't want to do that work to figure it out. Like I'm telling you guys, you got to do that. Here's the next thing, right? You got to get good counsel. Get around the right people. You can tell the right people, the people who stretch you, the people who help you, the people who get you to another level, the people who are focused on helping you win. Right? You gotta do that. Man, it's so important that you have somebody you can call on, and they're not going to have a pity party with you. They're not going to be harsh with you a lot of times. Sometimes they may need to be, because it's like sometimes the love you need is the love that you don't want to receive, which is touch love, which is tough love. Right? Sometimes that is the love that you need. But I want to say it's not always. You don't want somebody that's just going to beat up on you. Here's the problem. A lot of people like to beat up on people when they're already beating themselves up. They didn't come to you to be jumped. They already was beating themselves up, and now you beat up on them. That doesn't help them. Sometimes you gotta stop them from beating up on themselves and give them a hand up. Like, hey man, I know it's tough, but I've been through that before and I overcame it. And if I was able to overcome that, then I know you can. Let me share with you some ways that I was able to overcome this. Let me share with you some things that help me get out of my hole. One of the things I always say, if you're in a hole, set a goal, because fear and doubt won't get you out. Right? So you got to do those things. You got to do those things. And here's the other thing I was talking about. There's another thing, self-care. You got to have a routine for self-care. It needs to be a routine or a regimen, because if not, you won't be consistent with it. I have a regimen and a routine for running. That's part of my self-care routine. What is yours? Yours may be different. Maybe yours is working out in the home. Maybe it's yoga. Maybe it's going to the gym. Maybe it's something different. All of that type of stuff, but self-care. Maybe for the ladies, it may be going to get the hair done, going to get your nails done, going to get a facial, going to a spa, going to those things, those going to get a massage, any of those things, going to therapy. There's nothing wrong with going to therapy. I believe more people should be going to therapy to work out their thoughts, to have somebody to qualified that they could talk to, right? Find the right therapist and do that. But then also, I told you guys this, get back to your goals. Get back to your goals and clarify your goals. Get specific on your goals. Focus on your goals. Goals over distractions. That's what I started out with, right? GOD, goals over distractions. We got to do that. Driving with the windows down is an absolutely phenomenal one. I do that too. Drive with the windows down. That's some self-care. Let me tell you, self-care for some people. When you get off work, that decompression time. I remember when I was working at the bank, right? And I would be on my way home. It was like an hour or so. It was a little over an hour away from me, from home where I worked. And that time on the way home was decompression time, where I could really be. I used to listen to podcasts, listen to music. It was decompression time before I got home. Driving with the windows down, I would it was just so many things I would do on the way home. Some people I've heard, I don't do this, but some people I've heard coming home and just taking a few minutes to sit in the car outside of your house, sit in the driveway. Give yourself some quiet time. Give yourself that routine, right? Like to take care of yourself. Give yourself that. For some guys, it may be going to get your hair cut. You know what I'm saying? Like it's got to be something. But give yourself a routine for self-care, right? So that's so many things, man. I hope I've given you guys something that's going to help you guys get to your next level. Now, let me talk to you about this. Remember, I told you that this is going to help. It helps with business. It helps with your life. It's going to help you on YouTube. Here's the thing, guys. On this journey of YouTube, it ain't easy. Let me tell you this. There's a lot of people who tell you that it's easy. Oh, it's easy. They capping, as we say, as the young people say, right? They're lying to you. It's not easy. I've heard more people say, I'm just talking about YouTube or content creation. I heard most people say when it comes to content creation, YouTube, as far as a platform, is the one that it was the hardest for them to get hold of, but it's the one that is the most profitable for them. It was the hardest one for them to get a hang of and start making the progress that they want, but it was the one that ended up being the most impactful and the most profitable for them. And I'm just talking about YouTube. You could take it to content creation in general. These are things that you got to face, because when you set your intention to start a YouTube channel, guess what what's going to happen? Distraction. What is it? When you start your YouTube channel, you make a video. Here's the first distraction. The first distraction is that maybe nobody watches those videos. Maybe you don't get any views. Is that okay though? That's a disruption or distraction, because most of the time that stops most people. I'm telling you, that stops most people because nobody's watching. And so since nobody's watching, they stop. Well, I want to tell you, you got to keep going anyway, even though they're not watching. The first like 20 videos or more, it could be more, they're not even for your viewers. They're really for you. That's where you find your voice. That's where you're going to find your routine. That's where you're going to refine your practices. That's when you're going to go from the beginner to you're going to become someone better. That's when you're really going to learn it. You're going to get it. And you're probably going to be happy nobody watched those first few videos. Y'all, I'm going to show y'all my first video. I don't know if I showed this to y'all. I want y'all to see my journey. Hold on, let me go to my channel. I'm going to show you, not my first video, but it was one of my early videos. And when you guys see this, you're going to be blown away. One of my early videos of me on YouTube, and you can barely tell who I am. My camera was so bad, I probably shouldn't even have published that video. But you know what? I kept it on my channel. Why? Because it's a testament. It's going to show you. I wanted to show people, right? I wanted to leave it up there so people can see. Hold on, let me click on it. Let me see this. Here is one of my first videos, guys. Here's one of my first videos. Now, let me tell y'all. Let me pause it. First of all, I don't want to hear that what I'm talking about, right? But look. Here is one of my first videos. You can't even tell that's me almost, right? If y'all laughing at it, y'all can laugh right now, right? But I want you guys to see that this is one of my first videos and it's very blurry. The camera quality was horrible. The audio quality is horrible. If you listen to it, right? The audio quality is horrible. You see it had record down here. The little software that I was using to record this or whatever, the web software, it was the free version. So I really only had 3 minutes till I could record or something. That's why the video is 2 minutes and 33 seconds because it would only let you record for like 3 minutes or whatever. But here's what I applauded myself. I posted it. Most people would have never posted a video. I posted it. Every master was once a disaster. But are you willing to start a disaster? Are you afraid to have people see you starting from the bottom? Is that what's keeping you from getting started? Because you're afraid somebody's going to see you at the bottom? Right? Let me go back. Let me take this back again. I want to show y'all some of these early videos. I wish it wouldn't keep when I back out, it wouldn't just reset, but I want to show you this. So here's what happened though, guys. Look, I published this as one of my first videos, right? This was one of my first. This was actually my first one where I put together a video, right? I put together a little video. It's still blurry and it's all get out and all that type of stuff, right? But then this video right here, this video was actually, and you see I got 1.9K views on this one. Shout out to me. Shout out to me. 1.9K views on a video back then. My third video, I ain't even know what I was doing, right? But on this one, it was a network marketing training. See, I've been doing this for a long time, guys. This was 11 years ago. But this was a network marketing training, how to prospect using Craigslist, little training that I did. I don't think people used Craigslist. If you know what Craigslist is, I'll drop a 3 in the chat for me if you know what Craigslist is. How many people know what Craigslist is? I'm probably dating myself. Y'all probably like Craigslist. We got Facebook Marketplace, right? Craigslist. We on Amazon. We look at eBay. You know, just different stuff. All right, whatever. But yeah, Craigslist was the thing, and it was how to prospect using Craigslist. And I did this was a screen record. So instead of me showing my face with the blurry camera and all that type of stuff with the bad lighting and the bad mic, I decided to go do a screen record. And guess what? That actually worked out for me because I did that screen record, got 1.9K views, and I chose a good topic. I'm telling you. So if y'all was wondering if Anthony has been doing this YouTube stuff for a little while, even though I wasn't consistent with it, I was doing this stuff, right? Then this one I did. This was when I was in network marketing. I was with Legal Shield. This was Legal Shield as well. But I got with I was doing a presentation. So I did a 5-minute presentation. Now, the reason why it was 5 minutes, because I had upgraded to a software that I was recording my screen with that allowed me to do 5-minute videos. So I did the 5-minute video, right? 5 minutes, 1 second. So I did this and I got 912 views on that one. Shout out to me again. Not everybody does that on the video when they don't know what they're doing on YouTube. So that was a presentation. Then I did this one, how to handle your leads from Craigslist. So this was a network marketing training as well. And I got 757 views on this one. So, you know, that one worked as well. So I'm just showing you guys this, that get started. That's all it is. Then I had a couple videos that pretty much flopped. This was a workout video. It was totally off of, I had got into working out. This is when I lost my weight the first time when I ended up losing almost like 100 pounds. Like I lost some weight and I had got totally into fitness. And this is when I was doing totally amped out fitness. And then this is during that weight loss journey, I had found this company called Lavelle, and I was that's the company I was in. I was using this, right? So this actually shows that, right, as well. This is a motivational video, and you see these went nowhere, right? I was struggling along on YouTube where it was really nobody watching. 16 views, 29 views, 43 views, 40 views. This is my wife and I on doing a video. My wife and I, you see these videos get no views, right? And then I started, when I got in the crypto space, hey, right? I found my little niche. You see it started coming up 163, 331, 244, 678, 903. I'm not going to bore y'all with all of that. But you see, if I wouldn't have went through all of this stuff when nobody was watching videos, nobody was watching my videos. And then I caught, here's what, you got to stay hot long enough. So, and if you will stay hot long enough, you will eventually catch fire and things will start working out for you. And I started having these videos. My videos started popping 331, 244, 678, 903. I'm getting it in. I'm in my zone then, right? And this is why I also tell you guys, you guys know I've made tens of thousands of dollars in this era right here. Not with a lot of videos on here. Now I made some good money before I blew up or anything, right? I made some good money. That's why I tell you, you don't have to have a huge channel. You don't have a big channel to make big profits. And I want to show you guys how to do that. I want to show you how to leverage. I wasn't even monetized at this time, but I started rocking and rolling. And it was absolutely phenomenal. So I just wanted to show you guys this, man. I know I stretched this out for a little while, but it's been absolutely phenomenal for me. I love doing these live videos. It's probably one of my most favorite things to do is to do the live videos, to get it here, talk to you guys, and share information with you guys that I believe is really going to help you get to the next level. But here's what I want everybody to do, right? I want you guys to do this for me, right? And I want you to do this. This is if you're on here right now, you're watching on the replay, any of that type of stuff, right? What I want you to do is I want you to go to get the Brand Builders Unlimited / free gift, and I have a free gift for you. I have a free gift. It's going to be a guide to help you get started on your journey on YouTube. That's going to help you get to your next, to build a solid foundation so that you can start building a profitable brand on YouTube. And then it's going to be an offer there for you to get started with Brand Builders Unlimited, which is on a special right now. So if you want to join that, if you want to be mentored, if you want a coach and a community where you can get mentored to see, it's one thing to get information, but it's next thing to be guided on the implementation. So when you take that information, implement it in your business so you can get the results that you want. That's a whole different thing, guys. There's a lot of people who take courses, who get PDFs, read books, and get information. But because they don't have the guidance and the community to help them with implementation, they don't get where they want to go. Brand Builders Unlimited is that community that you want to be in. And I want to help you and coach you to getting your brand off to a successful start and start impacting the world and start making more income. That's what it's all about, guys. I want to help plant more trees. It's not only about me being fruitful, it's about planting more trees that produce more fruit. That's what it's all about, guys. So go get the free gift, right? Go get the free gift. Brandbuildersunlimited.com / gift, right? Go get this. And I believe it's going to help you. And I look forward to seeing you guys once you join the Brand Builders Unlimited community, because we have an absolutely phenomenal time, right? We rock out and we build powerful brands that bring us passive income by leveraging the power of YouTube. Guys, I hit my 1 hour on the mark. I really appreciate everybody that watches this video, whether it's live or whether you're watching on the replay. Whether you are watching live or you're watching on the replay, I want to let you know that I really appreciate each and every one of you. And I'm excited about you going to your next level, right? And I'm excited about you getting all that God has for you. Until the next video, I hope you guys have an absolutely phenomenal day, and I am out. Peace.